Following on from our introduction to citizen and democratic services from Weblabs using web technology on our YouTube channel, we have been to visit some of our customers around the country. Here, we would like to introduce you to Andy Cain at Fylde Borough Council on the West Coast to find out what Fylde have done to reach out to the community and allow them a voice to express themselves on local issues.
With Andy Cain, who is the
Transformational Services Manager
at Fylde Council.
Fylde Council, yeah.
Near Blackpool.
Yep.
Just on the south side of Blackpool.
In between Blackpool and Preston,
yeah. Weblabs have been involved with your council for a number of years now, and you've implemented different elements of our technology, of Web 2 technologies. So what we'd like to find out really is your overall experience in using these technologies and how it's benefited the local authority.
Okay.
So if we could start off with a question, for example, how do you use the Weblabs CMS within the authority?
Again, the Weblabs CMS has been adopted corporately, so every department is using it. One of the main features for Fylde using the CMS is it's open, so the CMS communicates with various kind of other open source elements on the web. A good example of that is the CMS and the January Engage model, which allows customers to log onto their website using the Facebook, the Twitter, or their OpenID accounts.
So that's quite a good view of using the CMS, not necessarily in a standard implementation, but maybe a leading edge there. Do you also use CMS technology for customer web self-service systems to provide Fylde with any advantages?
Yeah, we've integrated Weblabs customer self-service on the website, and a great example of where that technology has been a success is on every page of our website there's an option called Ask a Question. Using modules within the CMS, this asks a question and it sends it out to our council, frequently asked questions, and they ask the police frequently asked questions and searches for an answer. And again, going back to the statement I said before about the technology being open, if you can't find the answer, it integrates with our chat software. It prompts them for an online chat with our customer services team.
And is this integrated in some way with the Weblabs eForms package, or is that separate?
That's separate. They're modules within the CMS. So there's the Weblabs CMS, which talks to the police frequently asked questions database, which talks to live person online chat, and all three of them integrated together give a seamless approach to the customer. Customer asks a question, customer gives an answer. If the answer is not fit for purpose, the customer initiates a chat, which is live, connected to our call centre.
Well, that's an interesting point. We're talking about people talking to the authority, making contact with the authority. This sort of leads me on to the democracy suite in a way. And what sort of role does that play in the authority?
We use Weblabs Petition Manager, and we also use webcasts. And all the council committees and meetings have got a statutory requirement for us to publish them. And we also use a module in the CMS which allows the public to view webcasts, minutes, agendas, like I said, petition online.
Oh, well, you mentioned petitions online there. That's an interesting point. That's obviously something you've had to install. It's legislated by central government, by Ed Pickle's department. So it'd be interesting to find out what is your experience in the implementation of e-petitions?
Well, refreshingly, the implementation was relatively simple. We worked closely with Weblabs. They appointed a project manager. All the milestones were met. The implementation was relatively simple. And what I liked most about the system was, once the system was implemented, it was fully customisable. So our democratic services team were allowed to apply their own personal settings and options and make sure the product fitted Fylde's way of working.
So you've got just recapping it a bit, you've got a core system that's been installed.
That's
correct. You've got various modules that have been overlaid in some way over that integrate with different systems and technologies within the council. This must mean that the council has invested money and time in Web 2 technologies. What sort of return of investment could you point to?
Well, we've been running the web self-service now for 6 months, and in those 6 months we've seen a 25% reduction in email contacts. If these trends continue over 12 months, we're hoping to see a return on investment within 12 months.
It's obviously beneficial, particularly in these times, that budget cuts look like they're going to swinge their way through different authorities, and they're talking of anywhere between 25 and 30%. So that's obviously a bonus for the authority. You're saving money, you're implementing the latest technology. What's your experience of working with Weblabs?
Yeah, 100% positive. Also, I went 7% positive, but it's very positive. We deal with a lot of companies, being a public sector organisation. And I'd have to say, I'd always do repeat business with Weblabs. Their approach is refreshing, the staff are easy to deal with, they regularly bounce ideas between myself and the company, and overall there's been no problems at all. It's a change to deal with a company like Weblabs, it's a refreshing change.
That's excellent, thank you very much for that, Andrew. I think we've probably come to the end of the interview, so thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.